What's up guys, it's Chris and I'm back out here in the snow with the DJI Mavic Air 2 and I'm going to be showing you how to do a cool panoramic shot. We got some snow on the trees, so I'm going to show you a couple different ways we can do it, the kind of settings that you want to use for the camera, and you know, I think it's going to be fun. It's getting a little bit dark, so I want to get the drone up real quick. As you can see, I already have my phone hooked up to the controller, turning on the drone here, and I'm just going to take it off by hand. So bear with me while I try to take off while I'm holding it and holding the remote. Here we go. So I'm going to take it off. And here we go. There he goes. Get him away from me now. So the first thing I'm going to do, just before I even get to where I want to go, we're going to go into our settings on the actual camera. And I want to show you what we want to set for our settings here. So right now I'm in regular photo mode. See, there's photo, video, quick shot, hyperlapse, and then PANO. At the bottom, we're going to do PANO. There's a couple different settings here. So the first one is sphere. That's like going to be basically a full 360 shot. That could be really cool, and maybe we'll try that. The next one is 180, which basically is going to take a very super wide shot horizontally. The next one after that is wide angle. It's going to be wider than a regular photo, but not as wide as the 180. And then vertical, where basically it's going to take 2 or 3, maybe even 4 shots, just straight up the line to make one long vertical shot. Let's go into our settings here, and I'll show you why we have these striped lines if you haven't seen that before. Let's go into our settings, and the first thing here, photo type. I want to do RAW. We want to take full RAW images, so that way we're getting the full resolution and we can stitch it all together in editing later. Histogram, that's important because it shows you how bright or how dark your image is. The histogram here is on the left of the screen. So right now it's telling us that the image is way too bright. We're gonna have to bring our exposure down, but that's no problem. Overexposure warning, I have that turned on. The reason for that is it shows you in these striped lines, also called zebras sometimes, what is way overexposed, and it's basically blown out and there's no detail in there at all. So it's good to have that on because it's showing you basically you have your image way too bright. Grid lines I have on because that shows you, you know, rule of thirds, or it has the different settings like a cross there, or just a single dot. That's fine. White balance, what I usually do for white balance, I like to keep it on manual as much as possible, but what I'll do is hit auto. It'll kind of correct for what it's looking at right now. So it corrected for the white balance, and now I'll switch it back into manual so that it's not going to change while we're shooting. So now let's get into the actual camera and shooting of it. What I'll do next is change the shutter speed, because we always want to keep our ISO at 100 if we can help it. It's bright enough right now where we can do that, so I'm going to keep it at 100. So now I'm going to make my shutter speed a little bit lower, 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 until we don't see any of these zebra lines anymore. And that's good enough right there. So we have it at 1/80th, ISO 100. And let's find a good spot to actually go take this panorama. So let's see. How about we do it right over the road? That's actually pretty cool. Let's turn around this way though. So the first shot I'll do here, I'll actually start from the bottom of the list and show you vertical first. With vertical, again, it's going to take one shot all the way in the bottom and then another one a little bit higher up, a little bit higher up, and then up into the sky. So basically we have it set. We have everything centered right now. So all we got to do is hit the shoot button right there. It takes the first shot, the second shot, and then one a little bit lower. And so I guess it was happy just doing 3 shots right there. And I'll go into preview mode now. And that's basically what it looks like. That's pretty cool, right? This is kind of a lower resolution file. The reason that I like to shoot in just raw files and then stitch them all together later is because I found that the app doesn't actually do a great job of stitching these panoramas together itself. As you can see right here, there's actually kind of a part of the road where it didn't line up correctly. I think it's because it's just trying to do it very quickly, and I don't know. Anyway, I like to just shoot the raw files. We'll stitch it together later, and I'll show you how that's done. It's super easy to do on your own, so there's no need to rely on this to do it for you. Okay, so let's go back, and the next mode we'll do is just the regular wide angle. So again, we just have it set exactly where we had it. Hit the shoot button, and it's going to take a couple of shots, almost like it did with the vertical, up and down, but then it's going to go a little bit more to the left and right as well. So this is going to get a lot more of a wide shot to capture more details in the left and right. We go into the preview mode, I'll select that one, And see, this is pretty cool how wide it looks on this shot here. We got some of the lakes on the left. Another thing I'll say that's really great is that it does save all of these raw files for each panorama in its own folder. So you don't have them all getting kind of mixed up and jumbled in your folders. You know, you could just keep each panorama, the raw files that it takes, separated. So I'll go back again, and the next one we'll do is the 180. And let's do that. Again, just like the wide shot, it's gonna take a couple up and down, but it's gonna actually take a lot more on the left and right. See, it's going a lot wider. So it's taking more images, and there's gonna be a lot more to play with in editing. Cool, cool, cool. You could see there that there were those zebra lines, the overexposure warning in the sky in a couple areas there. I'm okay with that for right now because there's really not much detail in the sky at this moment. And I want to get as much exposure on the actual trees, you know, the main subject of the photo, as we possibly can. So let's go to preview, open that one up, and see this time we're getting a really wide shot. This is what you'd kind of consider a panorama traditionally. We're getting a lot of detail all the way on the left, all the way to the right. We got the road straight down the middle. So this is something that you could kind of have as like a desktop background or, you know, hang on your wall. I mean, this one's not too exciting itself, but that's the idea anyway. And just for the testing purposes, I actually haven't done the sphere one myself, but let's see what it does here. It's gonna take a lot of images, so let's have it start. And I think what this would be good for is if you really needed a good 360 shot of something. It's gonna not leave any area untouched. So here it goes. It's still going, it's still working. You can see me down there in my car. Oh man, the sky's really blown out over there, so that's not too good. But again, I'm worried a little bit more about the actual ground and the trees because that's what's going to be the main subject anyway. And it's done. Okay, so that actually went quicker than I expected. I thought the sphere would have taken a lot more images and taken longer to put together. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, I'm sure this is not ideally how you would preview it. Oh, wow, that is cool. Never mind, I had no idea what this was gonna do. That's really cool. I'm gonna start using that sphere pano a lot more often. So that's pretty cool. We got the road straight down the middle there. This might be harder to stitch together on your own in something like Lightroom. So you might be better off using the regular JPEG for this one here. But that is awesome, and I'm gonna probably use that for something. But basically that's how you do the panos in here. It's pretty easy, as you can see. I blasted through all 4 different types of those in just a couple minutes. So we're kind of low on battery. Fortunately, I got the drone right on top of me, so it's gonna be easy to bring right down. But that was just a quick tutorial on how to use the panorama feature to get some really cool, interesting shots with your DJI drone, whether it's an Air 2. I'm sure you could do this on other drones as well, but this is just how to use it on the Air. So thanks again for watching, guys. I got a lot of other drone videos I'm putting up. I already have a couple uploaded previously, so take a look. So if you like this video, please like it, please subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos like this coming up soon. And leave a comment which type of pano was your favorite there, whether it was the vertical, just the wide angle, the 180, or the sphere. So again, guys, thanks for watching. You can probably hear the drone is actually beeping at me right now because the battery's so low. So I'm bringing him back in. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.